This is Gregory Bufidis, the chairman and founder of Project Counsel. I'm here at the Langham Hotel in London covering the Georgetown Law Center's first ever Corporate Counsel Institute being held in Europe, a major launch for them. I'm very happy today to have as my next guest Fred Krebs, who is the president of the Association of Corporate Counsel, an organization that most of our members, if not all of our members, follow through our various postings. We did extensive coverage of their annual meeting this past October in Boston, and we'll be with ACC Vienna, the European division, so to speak, in several weeks. We'll talk about that in a second. Fred, it's been a heck of a schedule. I appreciate you taking the time. You've just paneled a roundtable on general counsels, and I was wondering, I know there was tons of things talked about. If you've got several takeaway points, what would they be?
Well, first, it was a very interesting discussion, and several points that I would emphasize. Number one, the general counsel, the world over, not just here in Europe, but in the U.S. and elsewhere, are all having to face the question of value and providing value and managing their legal spend. And so there's a great deal of attention being paid to that. Second, as a result of that, I think it's very important to note that the changes that have been made in the relationship with outside firms, in how law departments do business with firms, we've seen significant changes as a result of the economy and the economic downturn. It seems clear to me, and certainly the consensus, indeed unanimity amongst the people we talked to today and I talked to at other times, that is, these changes are permanent. They are not, it's not going to go back to the good old days or the way it was. As one phrased it, they said, most of these changes have been about improving efficiency and improving productivity. We're not going to go back to inefficiency and being less productive. And indeed, they anticipate more changes to come. The third item that I would note is that as when asked about the skill set that is most important to them, or the metric that is the measurement that they use to determine success, they all came back and said, you can look at cycle time, you can look at number of deals done, certainly you look at your legal spend. There's a wide variety of objective metrics that are looked at. But they all said, ultimately, at the bottom line, it's all about value, and it comes back to a very fundamental question. In the mind of your business leader, in the mind of your CEO, does the law department add value?
Value, excellent. Let's talk about ACC and the ACC Value Challenge, which was obviously discussed extensively a couple of weeks ago at the Georgetown Law Firm Evolution Conference.
The ACC Value Challenge, it's our initiative to reconnect cost and value in the delivery of legal services. It is very exciting. We are in a position of we're seeing significant change and movement in the legal profession and how both in-house departments and law firms do business. And we think these changes are very, very positive and for the really for the benefit of everyone entailed, and certainly for the benefit of the client, and that's the ultimate driver behind this. A very important component of the ACC Value Challenge is the ACC Value Index. And in its most simplistic terms, the ACC Value Index is our effort to use technology to enable our members to share information and talk with each other about law firms. And it is a very quick evaluation system, and it is one that we think has potential to really change how business is done.
ACC has been active in Europe. As a matter of fact, your first chapter outside the United States was Europe, and I know there's an annual meeting of ACC Europe in Vienna next month. Can you tell us a little bit more about your European activities?
ACC Europe was the first chapter of ACC outside the United States, and they have really led the effort for us to become a global association. And ACC Europe has over 1,200 members now. Their annual conference takes place each year in either late May or early June. This year it will be in Vienna, and it will be focusing on questions like strategic planning, strategic management, risk management, all of the types of issues that in-house counsel face. One of the exciting things about ACC Europe are the members and how, when they come together, the sharing and the exchange of information. And the thing that unites those who are involved with ACC Europe are primarily they're in-house lawyers, but they are in-house lawyers whose practices have a cross-border focus and cross-border transactions.
Fred, it's been a very hectic conference, a very packed conference, I would say a major networking conference, and I know you've been very, very busy. I really appreciate you taking the time to chat with us.
Greg, thank you. It's always a pleasure, and well done.